Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
No debate, cause it's over. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the scores. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the Korner Booth, find me in the Korner Booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the Korner Booth, find me in the Korner Booth.
Love to see this team add another receiver, whether that's trade or free agency.
It's okay. Pittsburgh's the AARP retirement home.
There's a bunt record. That person's never going to have to worry about that thing ever getting broken.
I hate analytics. I think has ruined the game I grew up loving.
I will do unspeakable things for the Giants to win this rule.
Oh, pause. I want to give a special shout out to Nate. That was phenomenal. He did a great job with the season 14 intro. Ladies and gentlemen, happy season 14. We made it. Football season is here. I am excited. I know Matt and Nate are excited. I guess StreamYard is excited because they rolled out a new format, which I love. Everything's a little less glitchy, which is great. Even though it's not recognizing my microphone, which is going to be really fun. I've been using strictly my computer mic while they're trying to pick this up, but testing one. Now we're good. Woo! There we go. Now it's back. So took a second. We got new digs. Got my shadow boxes up. The Whiskey Myers poster's been moved over. We are coming in efficient for season 14. Oh my God, I'm excited. That means we're only 3 weeks away from the 6-pack. We're starting our preview shows tonight. We may call an audible. We might do college on Thursdays and pro on Mondays. We'll kind of figure that out as we go. But tonight we're double dipping. We're doing Big 12 and we're doing AFC East. We got 2 guests coming on tonight. It's going to be a great time. But first, my co-host and traveling buddy for this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Ordazzo. How you doing,
brother? Doing well. The Yankees finally won a game. The Jets are radio silent, minus everybody reporting that Justin Fields is having rough practices throwing the ball, which I think we all expected to happen. I don't think any of us
training camp. I don't buy this crap. I really, truly don't. I don't know who does. But
I still stand by. I think the Jets are going to have one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL. I just think they're going to have a bottom 10 passing offense.
Oh yeah, honestly, I'm inclined to agree. I think my biggest issue with the Jets has never really been the fact that they are exceptional running the football. It really just comes down to the fact, hey, we haven't had a consistent quarterback since Chad Pennington when he was healthy. If we're going to be straight up.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
We have another Jets fan in the lobby. I don't know if he's shaking his head or not. But ladies and gentlemen, also our guest, Mr. Ryan McCarthy. He is the beer aficionado. He's the father of Tagalong. And he'll appreciate the first beer I'm cracking out because it's a double meaning today why I brought it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan McCarthy. What you got there, sailor?
603 summertime session.
Ooh, I've actually had that one. Very good choice. In honor of my best friend Trevor graduating basic training today, I am actually drinking the beer he sent me back from Okinawa from his honeymoon. This is Orion Draft, all the way from Okinawa. Found it at an H Mart in Alexandria, Virginia. So nice. I'm going to drink this one in honor of my boy Trev. Trev, congratulations, my brother. He's having fun right now with his wife and his family. I cannot go to the graduation because I'll be in Ohio for the fantasy football conference, but I'll be visiting him very soon down in Georgia. But shout out to my boy Trev. Just want to give him a little congrats, buddy. He didn't die in basic. But also in our background today is our producer who cooked up all this amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen, Nate Wynn. Hi, Nate.
Hi, boss. Hi, Matt. Ryan, good to see you as well. Happy Thursday to you both.
It's ugly.
I know. Sorry. I went to see my best friend, and they went to get Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch, and he's a Dodgers fan, so I wore it for him.
Dubs. Did you tell him one of your closest friends at Belly Up despises the Dodgers with his entire being?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I told him, I was like, yeah, he hates the Dodgers with his life. So,
I hate them more than the Florida State Seminoles, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Green Bay Packers. Oh my God, I'm gonna give Vince so much shit this weekend. Oh my God, that poor bastard doesn't know what he's got coming to him.
Oh, come on. That's not his fault.
Yeah,
his
this
team
team's
is
a
off.
bunch of pussies. Like, damn, what do you
His
say?
team is off. I tell you.
Well, listen, I made the joke on Kevin's show. The entire state of Wisconsin is declaring war on my football teams. You have Miami getting sued by Wisconsin, and for over, I can't remember the kid, the cornerback we picked up or safety, whatever the kid, the really good defensive back who Xavier Lucas, who they were trying to deny the transfer portal to, which is the scummiest thing to do in 2025. So, I have zero sympathy for like Wisconsin when you try to deny your player entrance to the transfer portal. Like, you are the worst. So bye. So that's my gripe on that one. The other thing I have an issue with is that the Packers have tried now 3 times to get the tush push bans. I hate like dude, just like stop it. You guys run it. You guys run that stupid version with Tucker Barn, whoever their tight end is. It's not Bob. It's not Big Bob. It's the other one.
Tucker Kraft.
Kraft. Yep.
Tucker Kraft. Yeah. Like y'all run the same damn play. You just do a guy's in motion instead of a quarterback. I don't want to hear it. It is the ultimate hypocrisy of like the NFL, where it's like all these teams are complaining, and like I had actually the streamer brought this up, and it was very interesting. All the teams that are complaining about the tush push this year are all the teams that voted against them are the Eagles' rivals, and then the teams the Eagles are playing this year. I was like, that is the softest thing I have ever seen in my life. I hope more teams start running it. I would love that for that to happen, because I know that little weenie out in LA, Sean McVay and Matt LaFleur will start crying. I cannot stand either of them. Like, I would love to just watch them both cry after getting blown out by Philadelphia. It's really funny how the Commanders, who talk the most smack about us all offseason, who have some of the most annoying players in our division, are a team that I don't hate the most out of the teams we play in the playoffs. I can't stand the Rams, and I cannot stand the Packers. The Cowboys are so pathetic. I'm kind of almost rooting for them at this point.
Well, we're going to take care of Green Bay for you tomorrow once we destroy them in the preseason game, which Nate's all about preseason. Yeah, but Nate's all about preseason.
Dang right I am. We're going to see McCord. Wait, wrong team. Sorry, wrong team. We're going to see who's the Jets backup quarterback?
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess have your pick. Well, Justin Fields is going to play. You Tyrod after that, but Tyrod's hurt. So you're probably going to see Adrian Martinez and what is the other one, Ryan?
Jared Cook. No, Jared Cook. No, Brady Cook.
Brady Cook.
Yeah,
Brady Cook. Jared Cook is a tight end. Very good one.
We could use Jared Cook. Well, we could have used Jared.
Could have. That's okay. That's okay. Mason Taylor is going to be hell of a target this year.
Honestly, I'm fine with either, because either Mason Taylor is the future, or we finally get the homegrown kid Jeremy Ruckert that's from New Jersey area to actually get some burn time this year. But
I understand he's not having a great camp. He's had a lot of drops, but Mason Taylor's been balling out. So, but I know Mason Taylor's got a high ankle sprain right now, so I don't know if we'll see him on Saturday or not. But I'm actually kind of excited for Saturday, considering the fact that we're going to see Jets starters for the first time in a very long time, because we never really truly saw that in the Saleh era until it was the last preseason game. So, but I like the fact that Aaron Glenn's saying, yeah, we've had a physical camp and we want to see what guys are doing and evaluate from there.
I like is that pretty much Aaron Glenn is doing the opposite of everything every recent coach in Jets history has done, with not only just how he structures the team and the discipline, the organization, the practices, just everything. Everything is just the opposite. And I think that's just what we need, is like the opposite, because what we've been doing isn't working. So let's do the exact opposite of that. And maybe we'll go from like 4-12 to one day 12-5.
Yeah, what's it called? For my Giants, I'm excited to watch them on Saturday. We got the Bills So Dart's gonna be playing, so I'm excited for that. I like how we're us three here are talking about preseason. Jared's just sitting back like this, just waiting for.
I'm like,
week one.
Wake me up when the games matter, okay? Like, and I hate being this guy, but we kicked everyone.
I was that guy. I was that guy until earlier today when Aaron Glenn said we're going to have all our stars play either 1 or 2 series on Saturday.
So got you a little antsy, huh, right?
A little bit, yeah. I want to see how. I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see what they do because, like Matt said, it's been a physical camp. Guys are flying and they've been hitting each other. Now I got to hit somebody else. It's a good thing.
You know what's crazy about the whole thing about preseason? I love it because I want to see who the backups and the young guys are. That's how, like, I found out who Reed Blankenship was in the preseason. I found out who a lot of these younger guys were. Like, they were like key contributors, like Moro Ajomo and Milton Williams. I watched these guys get drafted and play in the preseason. I didn't watch the AJ Browns, the Saquon Barkleys. I didn't really see much Jalen Hurts because he didn't play much in the 2020 preseason because there really wasn't one. So it kind of turned into this whole thing where you're like, oh, okay, now I get to see these young guys play. Like, one of my favorite plays was a guy not even in the Eagles anymore, was Devin Allen, who's an Olympic sprinter. He's from Oregon. Guy was supposed to be like one of the best deep threats in the country. He was Marcus Mariota's favorite deep threat in his Heisman year. Goes to Philadelphia against the Browns, busts one loose for like 80 yards, but doesn't make the team because, a certain guy named Gregory Ward was the chopping block guy. By the way, Greg Ward, man, I just want to give a little appreciation shout because I was watching a highlight tape of him the other day. I'm like, man, I
had
miss
him on
him.
fantasy. He was on my fantasy team one time for like a couple weeks. A couple years
Love
ago.
me for Greg Ward.
Well, for me, I don't know, McCarthy, you probably feel the same way, but for me, it's like the same, but the opposite as you, Jared, because the Jets, like if I discover anybody during preseason that I remotely like, and I'm like, oh, maybe they're the future, they usually don't make the team. So I don't have that luxury of finding these hidden gems because normally they don't make it far, or they make the team and they don't do anything with them. Hashtag Jason Brownlee.
Yeah, and they get buried.
Oh, yeah. The only person I can think of that I actually thought of that I recognized in preseason that actually had like a somewhat decent career with the Jets for like 3-4 years was their old corner, Marcus Williams, during the very dark days of having no corners. He was actually pretty decent for us for a handful of years. And that was the only one I remember actually, making anything out of it. But like, I remember everybody hyped up Chad Hansen, Shaq Evans, Sharon Peake, Jason Brownlee, like all these guys. And then Jalen, I don't remember the other one, but it's just, they're not here or they just get cut. They don't get the ball. They go to Houston like Blake Cashman and they have decent careers.
Yeah, Blake Cashman was pretty much a walking corpse his entire career with the Jets. Gets traded to Houston and look at that. He's magically healed somehow. I don't know if that Texas barbecue heals all wounds apparently.
It's like, oh man, wow, you know how to play linebacker down there. Great.
Yeah.
Wish I had that up here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
By the way, Nate, I've got a bone to pick with your third and 10 co-host.
Oh, get in line. Usually everything comes out.
First off, thank God it wasn't me because I was just like, "Whoa!"
No, not you. I was watching the AFC East preview, just kind of get my chops ready for tonight, and
thank you.
He gave his prediction for the Jets record, and I got a few words for him.
Go ahead.
Was it less than the Giants?
Oh, they're gonna say something. My bad. They're gonna like.
Oh wait, that's not even. I already know the answer to that.
No, he's definitely. You can tell he's a Giants fan. He hates he called the Jets the little brother. All that stuff.
Who's gonna have a better record in New York this year, the Jets or the Giants? Jets got it. All right, cool. Thanks.
All right.
Plank was a miss. By the way, correctly predicted the Super Bowl this year. By the way. All right, like he predicted it down to almost a score. Like, all right, this block of wood does not miss. And he said, what are the Jets doing? Oh, Matt, 8-9. That's what he said. 8-9.
Wait, what did I say? I ain't gonna lie.
You said 8-9.
I got you. See, I believe.
Nate and Plank are on the same page with this. What about the Giants? 6-11.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah,
It's not 4-13.
How about them Cowboys?
Aw,
3-14 for the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
That's plank. I'm not making my prediction. You guys know how I feel about the Cowboys. We talked about it nauseam this offseason. I think that Brian Schottenheimer is the patsy here. I think Jerry's going to blow this whole thing up and start. Mike is the linchpin, but we'll talk about that when we do NFC East. I think it's August 25th. We're doing the NFC East. Anyway, so our other guest will be here in about, I'd say 10 minutes. He's a Patriots fan, so it's going to be fun watching the debate of all these teams hating on the fact that, let's be honest, it's Jets, Patriots, and then it's the Bills so far up there that just everyone's trying to catch at their ankles. And then you have the Tuna Fins down by South Beach, who are probably going to have a top 5 pick this year.
They're clumping it up. That's what they're doing.
Amen to that. We also have our Big 12 preview in a little while. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be able to name maybe 15 players in the Big 12 that aren't on ASU or Arizona. Arizona, because I used them in our Dynasty League for that me and Kevin been doing for like a year and a half with our friends. And then ASU because they won the title last year, and I sort of know some Baylor Bears and some West Virginia Mountaineers. Big 12 is like the weirdest frontier for me. It's a conference that I enjoy all of the games, but every time I think of the Big 12, I'm like, oh, I wonder who's in it. Oh, Texas, Oklahoma. Oh, never mind. Oklahoma State. F Mike Gundy. More F Oklahoma State. I'm still bitter about them hurting Derek King. That's a whole other thing. But yeah. McCarthy, so I'm gonna say this is probably one of the best light beers I've had in a while. I actually prefer it over Kirin Ichiban, but it's pretty close.
Okay. I'm a Sapporo guy myself, especially if I go out to a hibachi place or get some sushi.
Ooh, you know what's so funny? I've never actually had Sapporo.
Oh, you're missing out.
My cousin loves Sapporo, so he's like, oh, I just got into Japanese beers. I'm like, brother, Kirin Ichiban. That is the move. I like the malty taste to it. That's why.
Yeah, Kirin is good. Sapporo, I prefer Sapporo because it's like I say, it's like you mentioned, it's a lighter rice lager, but I prefer it. And whoa. That was Matt's dog.
All right. Well, we beat around the bush long enough. Oh, by the way, Matt, we don't have to bring mics to Ohio, so we're good there.
All right, no mics. We need
no
computers.
mics. Just bring your laptop, whiskey, beer, cigars. You know, we're gonna bring our debaucherous selves. I said bring running shoes, but Matt's like, my knees hurt. I don't think I can run.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm just a psycho.
I was talking to my wife in my living room the other day, doing nothing but standing there, wasn't lifting anything, didn't bend over, wasn't carrying anything, and I tweaked my back. I'm not running.
Sucks. Big old sucks. I don't recommend it.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I wish I could lie and say I was doing something, but I really was just standing there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I did feel a little beat up and sore after today's workout, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel a lot better than I did 5 years ago. Like 2020, Jared, was a mess. Feel okay. Not gonna lie. I mean, I'm about the same size, a little more muscle, less beer gut, and a lot less hair. I miss my long hair, man. I really do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of men with great hair and a great beard, he is a former co-host of the Korner Booth Podcast. He is one of my dearest friends in the world. If he wasn't, I'd probably hate his guts for half the sports takes, but we love each other enough as friends where it's okay. He has 2 adorable little cats. He is the host of Tailgating the Quad with our boy Kieran, and of course, High Tide, boys, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin.
High Tide.
You're muted, buddy.
That doesn't say he is, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, I think your mic might be just kidding. We did yell High Tide at his wedding, which was my favorite part of it.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by for more Korner Booth.
Just things breaking.
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. I still hate that commercial.
I know you did. That's what, during your bachelor party, me and your best man made a vow that we were going to yell High Tide at some point during your wedding, and we did. It was fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay. You get payback because doesn't he get married in like a couple months? Like, you just get him there.
That's true. I got to find something embarrassing to yell at him.
Put me on FaceTime. I'll do it with you.
Perfect.
All right. So, Kev, we got you and Ryan here. Matt, of course, is our resident AFC East guy. The AFC East the last couple of years has been dominated by the only actual New York team, the Buffalo Bills.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, y'all play in Jersey. I don't make the rules. I'll make the maps.
It's a Metro New York television market. Okay, it counts.
Okay, you play in a swamp that has more dead bodies than it does football stadiums. All right.
There's only one notable dead body, allegedly.
Allegedly. All right. But Kev, your Patriots, they have had a resurgence. They had one of the most aggressive off seasons in recent memory. How are we feeling? What's the vibe check with Patriots fans right now?
I think the problem with Patriots fans right now is they're trying to temper expectations. Because, I mean, last year we had a coach who was saying, once guys step over that white line, there's nothing we can do for them. Meanwhile, our current coach is diving headfirst into scrums and cutting up his face to protect his players on the field. So I think, and a lot of Patriots media is like, 11, 12 wins, is that on the table? I don't want to go crazy. I think 10 or 11 wins is realistic. I mean, getting Stephon Diggs is a huge get. That was the main issue. They did not have good receivers, but they had not completely terrible ones for the longest time, but that was their receiving core. With a guy like Stephon Diggs, you're getting attention off of Hunter Henry. You're getting your attention off of Pop Douglas, off of Kyle Williams, who's lighting it up, Kayshon Boutte. So Stephon Diggs can open up that offense in ways that we have not seen in a while, and he's been disgruntled everywhere he's gone. The last time the Patriots got a guy like that, we went 16-0, and he put up 23 touchdowns. So,
guy from Rand, West Virginia, has a little bit of a hick accent, cornrows, says straight cash, homie. Yeah, it rings a bell.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to lie. Like, the Patriots are my favorite sleeper team in the AFC. The thing is, I have 3 sleeper teams. We'll talk about them ad nauseum as we get close to the other divisions. One is because their quarterback was just my college quarterback last year, and I love what he's bringing to that offense. The other one is because I think Ashton Genty is a monster, and I think Pete Carroll is going to abuse opposing defenses. But why I love the Patriots is I got to watch Drake May personally shred my team's defense in college for 3 years straight. I love Mike Vrabel and the culture he brings to teams. Like, if for some reason we were going to lose Sirianni, he was my first choice to replace him. I love Kyle Williams and Trevion Henderson. They were my 2 favorite picks in the draft. You guys got him with good value. I think Kyle Williams might be like the next, like, kind of Deshaun Jackson, Mike Wallace type, where he may not be elite underneath, but hell, if he gets 2 steps on you, man, you're done. My biggest
question, don't need elite underneath either for the Patriots. We have that's what Bob Douglas is there for. Diggs can excel in the underneath stuff as well. There is concern about him losing a step coming off the ACL and just his age. But we need a guy who can take the top off the defense, which Kyle Williams can do. He has the speed, body control, size, and hands to do that.
Yeah. I think the biggest question to me is, what are you going to get in Milton Williams and the rest of that pass rush? I know I'm getting in the back end of your secondary. I know I'm going to get some guys who are going to lock, especially Christian Gonzalez. You guys are going to lock some guys down. I like what your back 7 looks like. Your front 4 to me is what I'm kind of like, all right, what are we getting here? What's the new Patriots D-line going to look like? You know me. I love me some Milton Williams. Helped us win a Super Bowl. Guy's an animal. He was called poor man's Aaron Donald when he got drafted. Never lived up to that potential, but he's still pretty solid. So, are there what are you guys looking for on your edge rushers? Any other defensive tackles that we should look out for in the Patriots lineup?
I think you'd be looking for Keon White to take that step. Coming out of the draft, it was this guy fell. He potentially could become an elite edge rush guy. He can get after quarterback. He can stop the run. But I think what's going to drive this Patriots defense is how Christian Barmore comes back from the blood clots. If he can come back and be the player he was, or even take a step and be the player he looked like he was becoming, that will unlock the rest of the defense. It's making it so you're not going to have Christian Gonzalez having to try and shut down a number 1 receiver for 4 quarters where the quarterback has 10 seconds to throw every time. And he excelled at that. But by getting a pass rush, getting a guy who can get after the quarterback, it's going to allow the rest of the defense to excel. And I think that's going to start with Christian Barmore.
All right. Well, obviously, I know Kevin's time's limited, so we'll get to Matt and Ryan's reactions to the Jets offseason. But I want to ask the three of you guys, as AFC East fans, about the other two teams in your division. Now, I don't know if you guys saw our clip that almost went viral about how my theory about Mike McDonald, get it, Mike? Yeah. And the Dolphins are going to be abysmal this year. They lost half their secondary. One of their starting corners just got injured, and their best corner is Jack Jones, who's either going to pick it off or get arrested in the airport for guns. There's no in between. So I think that this is the year the Dolphins just nuke it. I think they're Stephen Ross. They're going to try to do great things. At best, they're a 6-win team. I don't think it's even Tua's fault. I think this is the fact that their offense is basically Chip Kelly's offense deconstructed. There's not a lot of, it's all motions and no huddle and just relying on speed. But when you got to play real teams, like I will even throw the Patriots in there because they look a real team to me, like the Bills, like any other team, a lot of teams in the AFC and even the NFC, you see the physicality break down that offense. I think the Bills are a 5 wins or less team. I'll go around the horn here. So McCarthy, I'll start with you. Bills Dolphins 5 wins or less. How are you feeling about that take? What do you think about their season outlook?
Dolphins, I say under 5.
Okay.
5.5. I just think that this team is so badly constructed, and like you mentioned, Jared, they just lost their starting corner, one of their starting corners, to an ACL injury. They just traded Jalen Ramsey as part of a package for Jonnu Smith, who cannot escape Arthur Smith in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
and the way that this offense is going to be fast, but teams can figure out that kind of offense very, very quickly. All that cheap motion, all that speed. Okay, but once you get past the O-line, which is a very thin O-line, by the way, this team is not good. And I think I read something about 5 of their last 6 opponents are Northeast opponents, and the Dolphins do not play well in the cold. We saw it in the wild card game a couple years ago in Kansas City when they played in literally below 0 temperatures at kickoff. We saw how they played, except for that one play that Tyreek Hill had. That offense was absent, and that defense was just as bad. So the way this team is constructed, I would have to think it would be shocking if Mike McDaniel is still the head coach of this team coming after 2025. And I think they're going to be searching for a new GM and new head coach. I think they're going to be trying to find a new identity because, yes, speed is exciting. Fun plays are exciting. Big plays, explosive plays are exciting. But if you can't prevent those things happening, where offense can't stay on the field or the defense has stayed on the field for a long time, it will be a long season in Miami. So I have under 5.5 for their win total.
Kev, thoughts on the Dolphins? Can we save your boy too and get him shipped out west or something?
I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone's going to want him out west. I'm going to take the over on the Dolphins. I think Tua's going to have a phenomenal year. I think with him starting, they are going to be sniffing the playoffs. They're not going to be sniffing winning the AFC East, but they're going to sniff the playoffs. The problem is he's going to go down. It's inevitable. The sun's going to come up. We all should pay our taxes. I was going to say we're all going to pay our taxes. I don't know about your guys' financials. We're all going to die someday, and Tua's going to get hurt. That's just the facts of life. And then it's Zach Wilson time, and McCarthy and Matt can probably speak to this more than anyone. That's where dreams go to die.
We did call you and me on our draft show did call it that he was going to be a bust. We said we don't know. We had a 20-minute segment with JD and Samir sitting there watching the two of us just eviscerate Zach Wilson for 20 minutes the day before the draft. That was a fun time.
And for like 3 or 4 months before all of that, my GM was still holding firm. Zach Wilson could have murdered somebody, and he was still going to take him 2 overall.
Zach Wilson could have slept with his wife, and he still would have taken him 2 overall.
He probably did.
He probably would have.
I'm surprised if he didn't.
He probably would have shook his hand and said, "I'm sorry, I couldn't take you at 1."
Oh my Lord! All right, so Maddie, we've heard from Kevin, we heard from McCarthy. What is your opinion on the Dolphins? I have him at
Well-
5 wins. Kevin's got the over. McCarthy's got the under with me.
Well, first off, I want to say I unfortunately agree with everything Kevin said about the Patriots. I think they beefed up that defense a lot, especially with mentioning Harold Landry, Carlton Davis. And they got a real coach with Mike Vrabel, who sneakily the Jets did want, but obviously didn't get. Drake May, I think, is the truth. I think Stephon Diggs is a perfect addition. They needed a veteran presence on that receiver line with Douglas and Williams. And I love the Trayvon Henderson draft. I think the Patriots could win 10 games this year. Realistically, I wouldn't be surprised. Sadly, very sadly, Jets could not take advantage of the Patriots' downfall. We tried. We made 5 wins out of it. Anyways, Dolphins, 6 wins. I'm going to go 6-11 with them. So the issue with them, obviously, it's the offensive line. And we've known anybody with an IQ and eyesight can see that the offensive line has been the issues for 5-6 plus years from now. And they just don't choose to address it. They were the 23rd overall, the 23rd offensive line last year, according to Pro Football. Defensively last year, they weren't bad statistically. They're actually a lot better than I thought. They were 4th in total defense and in red zone defense, 9th in passing defense and rushing defense, as well as 7th and 3rd down defense. The issue with that now is that you lost half your secondary, like you mentioned, including Jalen Ramsey and Javon Holland. I believe that is the guy that went to the Giants from them.
Yep.
They've got injuries in the secondary already with the corners. And again, offensive line not addressed. And I would actually go as far as to say if they actually just built that offensive line since they drafted Tua. I mean, when Tua is healthy and you have Tyreek and Waddle are all healthy as well, I would say that's a top 5 trio in the NFL when all are healthy and performing. I mean, we've seen them be the high scoring offense they were before. It's just, the offensive line, the secondary, I think this is going to be a 6, maybe 7 win team at best. And Mike McDaniels getting fired would be probably the most impressive thing to say you got fired when you have that trio plus a Shane. So I'm going to go 6, maybe 7 wins for the Dolphins.
All right. So we're going to run this one out quick. McCarthy, I want to hear your opinion on the Patriots in a minute, but let's talk Bills. I know, Kev, what you got, like 10 minutes left?
I can finish going through the rest of the teams.
All right, cool. All right, so McCarthy, I'll let you go then. Patriots, thoughts on what Kevin said, and then we'll circle up to the division champs, the Buffalo Bills, and we'll kind of do a final synopsis here.
Yeah, I had to think that New England's definitely going to improve this year. They finished second in the division. It's going to be a battle for second in the division, that's for sure. Between the Jets and the Patriots, I give the Patriots just a slight edge because of all the offseason acquisitions that they made. I mean, they went shopping. I was impressed with their overhaul of what they did in the off season. Spending all that money trying to get Drake May weapons, trying to get the defense improved, get Mike Vrabel in the building. Congratulations to them. You brought your boy home. Although I still have problems with Robert Kraft and how he did Gerard Mayo a little bit dirty, but that's points aside. I think one of the players to watch this year, and I have it's available on our No Credentials Required YouTube channel. Ding.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. We did a reaction to Dan Orlovsky's 5 quarterbacks that have something to prove this year. And I said Drake May was one of the quarterbacks that had something to prove this year because he didn't play a whole lot last year, but he is clearly the future of the team. That's why they drafted him so high in 2020 in 2024. So they bring in all these weapons for him. He's got to step up, obviously. But I think Vrabel's going to coach him up. I think Vrabel's going to do a heck of a job with the defense. He's going to be running the defense, from what I understand. So he knows what the expectations are in New England, and I think he can meet them. And this is going to be a small step forward for him, for that team. But I think New England, I begrudgingly hate to say it, but I think I think New England's the number 2 team in this division, but not by a whole lot. But I think they improved with all the acquisitions they had in the offseason. They did enough to really kind of put themselves over the top in terms of second place. Because it's Buffalo's division to lose. Let's just face it.
Well, with that being said, I do want to get y'all opinions. Obviously, I know Matt and McCarthy, you guys can give me a whole Tolkien novel on the Jets, but quickly, and then I'm kind of curious to see where Kevin views the Jets here. Kevin usually craps on them, but I feel like there's a little more optimism. I don't know. thoughts on the Jets offseason and their prospects for the year. Matt, quick, if you can give me a sentence or two. I know I could get you rolling for an hour. We'll probably talk about it when we're doing our road trip content tomorrow. But thoughts on the Jets? What do you think's happening? Where do you have them going as a record? Give me 3 sentences here. What do you got for me?
All right. How do I form this in 3 sentences? I'll say sentence number 1. I think the Jets, and I've been overshooting for years, and I'm going to try and be as realistic and as humble as I can be. I'm going to say the Jets are looking at 7-10, and I'm trying to be realistic with that. I think that's a nice little sweet spot for them at 7 wins. It's a couple games over. They're over 5.5. I think the defense will get back on track this year. I think you're going to see a really effective rushing offense with Breece Hall, with Braylon Allen, with Justin Fields. Obviously, like I've said before, I think they're going to have a bottom tier passing offense. I think that's just, the studies show from Justin Fields throwing the ball in the NFL. But I think the run game and I think the defense is going to help them win some games. So I'm looking at those aspects. I'm going to give them 7 wins on the year. I love Aaron Glenn so far. I say that about almost all the coaches, but he's doing everything the opposite as to what Robert Saleh did, as to what Adam Gase did. So I'll take the opposite because what we've been doing hasn't been working. So give me the bipolar, bizarro world New York Jets. And I think year 1 is just going to be growing pains. You're going to have to get used to the new culture, the new discipline with the coach. So give me 7 wins to start the Aaron Glenn era.
All right. Kev, thoughts on the Jets season?
The Jets are going to have the best running game in the NFL. They are going to, as a team, somehow rush for 3,000 yards. They are going, that defense with a defensive-minded coach who doesn't seem like an idiot is going to hold teams to 3 points a game, and the Jets are still going to manage to go 5-12.
Oh, I was so excited.
Such a hater.
I was feeling so good.
It was so good until
It was the 12-6 curveball. That shit went up and whoop down.
It's not 1974 anymore. You need to be able to throw the ball downfield. Something Justin Fields, and I don't like going, well, in training camp, yes, it's training camp, no one cares. Those numbers from training camp are ugly. It's like 3 for 14, 4 for 11, 5 for 17 for some reason. And that is not a winning football team.
Oh, my Lord. Whew. Yeah, I was going to say Justin Fields' numbers make Shador look like Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Sadly, he's not wrong. Like I said, I think they're going to have one of the best rushing offenses in the league. They're just going to have a bottom tier passing offense. Sadly.
And it's not like where Philadelphia can just like have Jalen throw 18 balls, all 18 of them hit, and then they win. It's a little different. The drop off between Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields is, I don't know, say Grand Canyon size, I'd say.
Yeah. Right.
I forget what year it was.
So much hate.
It's like the Chargers.
Yeah.
The Chargers in I think 2013.
It was
08. Number one offense, number one defense, missed the playoffs because 32nd special teams. You're going to look at this, like the box score with the rushing and the defensive numbers. Like, how did this team miss the playoffs and why do they have the 3rd overall pick? Oh, it's because Justin Fields threw 40%, had a 40% completion percentage, threw for 500 yards in the year, 3 touchdowns, and like 12 picks.
And then we're going to be looking at Garrett Nussmeier, and then just the revolving door continues.
Just the cycle of paid is going to continue for you guys if you get Nuss.
I took the first step, Kev. I took the first step to recovery. I canceled my season tickets.
I had such glowing things to say about the Patriots. I want to take them back now.
That's fine. Okay, Ryan. I'm actually genuinely curious. If you're honestly optimistic, I root for the Jets, okay? I'm going to be honest. Matt's my co-host. I got to talk to him daily. I got a lot of friends who are Jets fans, including you, Ryan. I want them to win. The Jets are a fun fan base. I actually enjoy being around Jets fans because they're like a poor man's version of Eagles fans because we actually win games. Y'all are just as mean as us, but like you throw some punches back, you just lose though. So tell me, what is your actual hand to God as our preacher here? Hand to God, what is your feeling about the Jets season? I'm curious now.
This isn't water. This is rum, by the way. That's a Jets fan. That's a
Thank
Jets
you for
fan's life for
clarifying.
you.
Thank you for clarifying. My ceiling for them is 9 wins. My floor is honestly 7. I think my only concern for this team, my primary concern for this team, yes, is the passing game, because you have 1, maybe 2 targets on this team that are going to be reliable this year. Garrett Wilson obviously is the primary target because he has so much chemistry with Justin Fields, and Mason Taylor, the second round draft pick. Offensive line, like that offensive line, if for the first time since the Rex Ryan era, is actually a pretty solid offensive line. Healthy, may they remain healthy. Everyone, every starter on that team, is either a first round pick or a second round pick. My biggest concern, defense is going to be great. My biggest concern is the depth on the defensive line, especially on the interior, because we know that Quillen Williams has been battling a calf injury, and if that calf injury doesn't heal right, we all see what happens with calf injuries that don't heal right. They eventually turn into Achilles injuries, and Jets fans all know all too well about players who have had calf injuries in training camp or during the season. They eventually tear. So my concern is the defensive line interior, because they had such problems last year stopping the run. But they're going to be doing a solid job containing the pass, because Aaron Glenn has been working with Sauce Gardner, has been working with other members of that secondary. But yeah, like I said, realistically, I think ceiling is 9, floor is 7. It's that kind of a thin line. And also special teams they addressed. They brought Nick Folk back, the Folk hero, 40-year-old Nick Folk. Yeah, probably that's such a question entering training camp, with 2 rookies entering training camp, and they have an established veteran who's probably going to win the job. And yeah, it was part of their problem last year was Greg Zuerlein blowing kicks when they could have taken the lead or tied the game. But that's been addressed. So, but yeah, my primary concern is interior defensive line. Looks a little thin, but hey, training camp cuts coming up. Maybe they can steal somebody who gets let go from another team.
That O-line you're referencing, I believe that was Matt Slater, Mike DeVito, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Nick Mangold. I think that was past Faneka's time, but what offensive line that was.
Faneka was still on that team, I believe. But yeah, like Damian Woody.
Oh, Damian Woody,
Yep.
Dude, Joe Namath had to have cursed this team, because if you go back last year, we lost like 4 or 5 games by 6 points, or I think it was something. It was by kicks by Greg Zuerlein. There has to be some sort of curse. Joe Namath has to go. I'm not going to do it. I don't have that strength, but I think
I don't know who's more cursed, the Jets or the fact that CJ Gardner-Johnson, when he's not wearing Kelly Green, cannot stay healthy. Dude, season's probably over, and he played
the one constant in all of that. The one constant in all that was Kelly Green, and that can go back to both of us. So I think it's us.
There you go. All right, so here we go. I got y'all started about the Jets. That was my mistake. Last but not least, also, by the way, Kev, this is the final course banquet from the 30 rack you and the boys bought me for my birthday.
I'm shocked that did not last just like 2 weeks.
Thing is, I got so much beer, and the thing is, I get sick of a certain flavor of beer after a couple of days. So it's like drinking nothing but I played so much golf this year, and I went to so many tailgates after baseball games. This fight is the last one. And because you're on the show, cheers, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Now the Buffalo Bills. I believe 3 or 4 time defending champion. 3, 4, whatever it is. Doesn't matter.
5 straight.
Yeah, 5 straight. Yeah. Okay. Josh Allen gets married to my girl, Haley Steinfeld. Still a little bitter about it. So somebody sent a message. But they did have a decent offseason. I'm not going to lie. They did have Joey Bosa, Josh Palmer, Larry Ogunjobi, and Elijah Moore, as well as bringing back Tre'Davious White. I did like the Maxwell Harrison draft pick. I was a fan of a lot of what they did in the draft. They only really lost Elam, Matt Collins, Diggs. But Diggs, listen, him and Diggs and Allen were not getting along last year. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Leonard Floyd, and of course, Mr. Gabe Davis was last year. Anyway, so
they brought him back.
Oh, that's right.
Diggs was in Houston last year.
Diggs was in Houston last year.
I was gonna say, Nate, am I reading the wrong notes right now? Because I read Diggs, I'm like, wait, okay, keep going. It's okay. That was my mistake. I should have picked that one up quickly. Anyway, yeah, Stephon Diggs, because I should know, Kevin. He was my number one receiver in our fantasy league last year.
Till he tore his ACL.
Yep. And somehow I still made the championship. Don't know how that works. Anyway,
and then you
so
pick up Tank Dell, and
I had Tank Dell too. He died as well. Nate, you're good, buddy. I wasn't calling you out. I was like, that was my bad for not picking that one up. Anyway, Ron Burgundy the hell out of that just now. So, Bills, they add Joey Bosa. They add all these guys in the defense. How do we feel about Buffalo? I mean, did anybody have them not winning the division? Let me be honest right now. Ooh. Kev, I mean, I'm up for the chaos. I really, truly am. Patriots winning the division would be honestly kind of fun because the Buffalo Bills fans will be losing their damn minds because the only thing I've seen this year is it's gonna be a Rams-Bills Super Bowl. It's like, oh, I would hate that. It'd be so boring. Oh my god.
Who the hell's gonna catch the ball?
That was my point.
Seriously,
am I taking crazy pills? What am I missing here?
It was a wide receiver won by committee last year.
That's a valid point. Who was going to catch it last year? And they still somehow managed to lose their five. It was only 5 touchdowns, but that was their leader for receiving touchdowns. They lost him in division to the Patriots. I don't think the 16 rushing touchdowns by James Cook is sustainable either. I think this team is going to have a problem scoring the ball. Yes, Josh Allen is going to go stupid and do absurd things until Haley Steinfeld invites Michael B. Jordan to a game, and he just gets Vietnam flashbacks to watching Sinners at the premiere with her, and he forgets how to play football. I do think the Bills are still going to be good. I think that defense is going to be solid, but my God, this offense outside of Josh Allen is going to be hard to watch.
Yeah, I would give James Cook the nod too. I think him and Allen are the 2 premier pieces. The rest of that offense, I will fully agree though. I love Khalil Shakir as a slot receiver, but like that's it. That's the best I got for you. I'm not a big Dalton Kincaid fan. Dawson Knox.
So they're going to be the Jets.
Am I okay? So the Jets are the better quarterback and no wide receivers. The Jets have better receivers than the Bills do, and that's crazy shit, but it's true.
That's saying a lot, though, but considering it's only one target.
I mean, our wide receiver 2 is going to be
Garrett Wilson is so much better than Khalil Shakir. I'm okay saying that.
The Bills have the worst receiving corps in the AFC East.
They have the second worst receiving corps in the AFC.
I don't know, man. Josh Reynolds, Alan Lazard, Malachi Corley, Tyler Johnson.
Malachi Corley might even make the team.
I feel like there's a worse one. I can't think of him.
Harry Smith.
I thought it was gonna be Tennessee. Then I remember they actually had a great draft receiver wise.
Yeah, remember the Tennessee Titans? Remember what they did with AJ
with AJ Brown?
AJ Brown.
I don't remember. McCarthy, remind me.
Remember the 2022 draft? That was fun.
That was a great day.
That was totally didn't backfire. I totally didn't backfire for the Tennessee Titans.
I had our boy Cruz FaceTime me from his podcast studio to get me on the show. He goes, dude, are you losing your mind? I'm like, bro, I can't even think straight right now. I'm like, what happened? I was on 2 shows at once. This was hilarious. I was on Dan Mader's show.
Traylon Burks.
Oh, poor Traylon Burks.
As soon as they said he had asthma.
Go to the Bills.
Wait. I have something worse.
Oh, no.
Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Jamari Thrash, and Deontay Johnson.
Okay, put some respect on Cedric Tillman. That man actually was a goat for me last year fantasy for about 3 weeks.
Oh. Okay.
Also, Jerry Jeudy would be the number one receiver
I was gonna say
for the Bills.
Jerry Jeudy.
He
might
would
have to
walk
die.
in.
Oh
He
my
could
God.
do what his teammate at Alabama, Najee Harris, did: shove his face into a firework and still walk in to Highmark and be the number one receiver.
Dude, Jerry Jeudy on the Bills would be 1,500 yards and about 15 touchdowns without even breaking a sweat.
Well,
Yeah.
he could have been a Jet, but his Madden rating wasn't high enough.
I freaking love that. I love that so much. That's the most Jet story of all time. All right. So we have Matt and McCarthy both have the Bills still winning. I'm still skeptical. The Patriots scare the daylights out of me. They do. I think they're a lot closer to being back than we want to admit for all of us non-Patriot fans. Kevin just full out said the Patriots are back. Somehow the Patriots returns. Yes, that was a Star Wars Episode 9 reference. Do not hate me for it. Yeah, that's the AFC East, man. Oh,
I mean,
God.
I'll just say I think the Bills are going to go 11 wins, win the division, and they're going to do nothing with it.
Nothing.
They're going to choke again.
No,
they're going to choke again in the playoffs. So
They'll run
I
to the
might have
Chiefs
losing
and
to
fall
the
on their
Titans and
faces
the
again.
Raiders in the first rounds.
they
I
like
do
to
not
say
think they're
they're
good.
modern. They like to say, oh, they're the modern day Patriots winning the division each year, but at least the Patriots did stuff.
Yeah, they
when they
won
won.
it.
Win a
Damn.
Super Bowl.
At least
Exactly.
Yeah, at least they won like six of them.
a Super Bowl 6 times.
What is it with New York teams having like the not clearing away, but the best player in the league and their inability to win a championship with them? You got the Yankees with Judge, and now that is partially just Judge's fault because he can't catch. And then you have the Bills with Josh Allen.
You can go back and watch the clip about Aaron Boone on the No Credentials Required YouTube channel. Ding! On why Aaron Boone should not be the manager of the New York Yankees anymore.
Aaron
Yeah,
Boone
well,
really has made a career off of one home run against the Red Sox in Game 7.
And that's exactly why they brought him in. That's why they brought him in.
I
The
was
Yankees is
8 years
because
old watching
Aaron Judge and Brian Cashman, and then Hal Steinbrenner has said that they have sustainable winning success. They're always in the playoffs in October. That's what matters, which means that he just doesn't care about the World Series.
Matters,
He just
it's
wants to
about
do-
the hardware.
It matters.
baby.
No, it matters only because it brings playoff revenue. That's the only reason why it matters.
Yeah, the Yankees' biggest problem is their guys only see money. The Red Sox' biggest problem is they just don't know how to spend it correctly.
No,
The
the father
Diamondbacks-
wanted to do.
I can't talk as much smack because the Red Sox are in front of the Yankees right now.
That is true. Yeah, my team's basically punted on the season, yet we're actually won more games since we traded away half our team. Make it make sense. I don't know.
My theory is that the father wanted to do anything he could to win. The son doesn't care about winning for the Yankees, and then for the Bills, it's just because they're Canada.
Yeah, it's north of the wall. All right,
America's
Kevin.
bisexual city.
Kevin, we can find you every. You guys go do your recording every Wednesday, correct? Still
Wednesday night and then upload it Thursday morning generally. Or you can just follow us at Quad Tailgate on Twitter, Instagram,
Great
and
follow,
TikTok,
by the way. Great follow,
and
by the
check us out there. You can also follow me at Belly of Kev. I tweet absurd things, and mostly about college football, but also sometimes about the Red Sox and how much I hate John Henry and, to a lesser extent now, Craig Breslow.
And LeBron James.
Kev, before you go,
LeBron.
yeah, he doesn't want to give LeBron the energy. Kev, quick question before you go. We're talking Big 12 football in about 5 minutes. Who you got winning the Big 12?
I had the boring pick. We actually went over that last night. So after this is done, go check out on Belly of Sports
That's why
YouTube.
I brought it up.
I did the boring pick. I had Arizona State. Kieran had BYU.
I love that for our favorite ginger. Anyway, who's your sleeper team?
In the Big 12 or overall?
Big 12.
I think Baylor, Iowa State, Dave Aranda. He had one good year in 2021, and I will ride with him until the wheels completely fall off.
They were nominated for me for sleeper as well. It's good to know we're on the similar pages there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can find Kev at everything's Quad Tailgate and Belly Up. Kev, is your Twitter handle still a McCorkle Stan account?
No, I changed it to, I think it might be Rip McCorkle Stan account. No, I just changed it to Kev, actually.
Oh, nice. All right. Ladies
I
and
don't remember
gentlemen,
doing
our
that.
boy, Mr. Kevin, you can find him and our boy Kieran in it. Everything Quad Tailgate. Kev, thank you for making your season 14 debut. We appreciate you, bud.
No problem. Everyone have a good night.
You too, buddy.
Same man.
Almost hit end stream out of habit.
Roll Tide, Kev.
Roll Tide, Nate.
Yes, sir.
High time, Kevin.
Shut up.
Oh my god, that's funny. Nate,
It's still my
quickly,
favorite.
Nate, how you feel? I'm curious about your thoughts. Obviously, I know you, Brian, are going to cover this on 3rd and 10. Shameless plug.
We already did.
There you go.
Sorry.
I believe that was what was last week or this week's episode.
Rip off the standings. What's your?
Oh yeah,
what's your
y'all are
standing?
like way ahead of us. I don't know.
Hey.
You guys started.
That way I'm ahead of you guys. That way, when it's our turn here, I have information. Now the notes I gave you were terrible, but I'll be ready for it when.
Buddy. I have done way worse on the show. You have a grace period that is a zillion miles long. Don't even feel like you have to apologize.
Nate, what's the standings for the AFC East? Who do you got going 4th to 1st?
4th to 1st, I believe I had Miami, I had the Jets, I had New England, and then Buffalo.
Okay, so
you were correct. You were correct because I just watched before I came on here.
So if you want gun to my head, like 9mm to the temple, I've got New England sneaking it out this year. I have them winning at 11-6. Buffalo is going to lose a tiebreaker at 11-6. Jets are 8-9, and the Dolphins are 5-11.
12.
Yeah, I pretty much have it. I'm not even records wise.
Yeah,
I have. I guess you go. I have the same as Nate. I think it's going to go Bills, Patriots, both making playoffs, sadly, and then Jets, Miami, not making.
They have no
playoffs,
weapons. That's what bugs. And Kevin said it right. There's nobody gets the ball. You've Khalil Shakir and you have James.
But we relived that last year, and look what they did. They went to the AFC
but that's because your division was booty cheeks last year, man. What do you want me to tell you?
I mean, we still did we beat them? I don't remember. Probably not.
No,
beat them 2 years ago.
Took them.
That was one of the games that Greg Zerline lost us because he missed 3 kicks.
Yep, he did.
We lost by 8,
and Mike Williams forgot to run a route correctly. And
we lost by like 5 or 6 points, and he missed 2 field goals in.
Recently retired wide receiver.
That was a 6. That was they surrendered a touchdown, and they had all those penalties in that game. In the Monday night game, it was ridiculous.
God, freaking Greg Zerline ruined it for us.
Tanner McKee already has a touchdown this year in the preseason, boys. Let's roll.
Woo!
Soon to be quarterback of the New York Jets next year, Tanner McKee.
Whatever.
Or Colin McCord, one or the other.
No, I like the Jets too much to give them Colin McCord. Give them Tanner McKee.
What's wrong with Colin McCord?
I hate Colin McCord. I want to kick him down a flight of stairs.
Crazy.
So is Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, he's the reason my Hurricanes didn't make the playoffs. So yeah, I want to kick him down a flight of stairs.
Well, I mean, it was kind of the coach made it worse for you, boss.
Well, also, Fran, whatever his effing name is, I want to see him get absolutely destroyed this year. No, blessed be his name. My father that's his favorite all-time athlete of all. Him and Carl Yastrzemski. My father has 2 sports idols. It's Fran Tarkenton and Carl Yastrzemski. You don't touch those 2 names in this house. There's about 5 blessed names in sports in this house. It's Fran, Yaz, Randy Johnson, Brian Dawkins, and Kevin Garnett. You don't touch those 5 names in this house.
I only counted 4.
Fran Tarkenton, Carl Yastrzemski, Big Unit, Kevin Garnett.
Brian Dawkins. I'm dumb. Sorry.
If you want to throw another one in there for the hockey fans, Mario Lemieux is blessed in this house as well.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
And that beautiful bastard right there. He's blessed in this house too.
Yes, Nate, on purpose, been up since 4 a.m. On purpose.
Oh, I'm getting up at 5 tomorrow, man. Me and Matt are road tripping, baby.
I was still up at 4 a.m.
Nate, your sleep schedule makes me
Pacific time or Eastern time?
Pacific time. So 7 a.m.
Yeah, Nate's sleep schedule gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. I get scared when I'm literally driving into work and I get a text from Nate. I'm like, go up in bed, you psycho! Damn. Like I literally this morning
I was born at 1 in the morning. I was born at 1 or 2 in the morning, and I went to a video.
I had a description ready for the show this morning. I had everything ready. I was going to set up in the morning. I got up at 6 to go to work because I have to do something to distract myself from how bad I didn't want to drink my protein shake this morning because weight loss sucks until it doesn't. So my 2 scoops of non-whey protein and creatine always goes down like hell in the morning. And because I had to finish off the last canister. Ryan, you know that time when you're doing protein powder and you got to get rid of the last flavor before you start the new flavor? I had that today.
Yep.
It sucked. By the way, Emery Light, love Redcon, great company. Emery Light, their chocolate is disgusting. Strawberry shortcake, gas. Their premix stuff is way better.
Rise makes a Skippy peanut butter.
Oh, I know. I the thing is, I have an
Delicious.
issue. My stomach has an issue with whey, so I do animal-based protein powder. So Emery makes animal-based, and it's sweet potato, pea, salmon, chicken, and beef protein mixed together.
Hey, Jones is slinging it. Heck yeah.
It's almost like the Colts were the Giants were holding him back. Wait, who said that?
I knew it was us. That poor man. All he needed was Tyler Warren.
Put a competent line in front
Guys,
of him.
Jahan Dotson has like 5 catches. Has like 3 catches already.
Apparently, I got a thing saying there was a tush push touchdown.
Yeah, Tanner McKee, baby, he's back.
He
did the
scored.
tush push.
Oh.
Wait, were the
You
Bengals?
think Jalen Hurts is touching the field today? Hell no.
Were the Bengals one of the teams that voted for or against the tush?
I
push?
believe against.
They deserve to lose.
Yep, I'm good with it.
Oh, Joe Burrow is
I have
cooking.
my list of 8 teams we're rooting for this year. It's like the Raiders, the Titans, the Patriots. I'm rooting for these teams because they were pro tush push.
The Jets were one of them.
The Jets were pro tush push.
The Bills. Oh, I'm pro Jets. The Bills tried to ban it because Josh Allen got stopped because he did it wrong because he's not good enough for my Haley.
Joey Burr is cooking. 9 for 10.
Who cares?
122. Jamar Chase with a touchdown too.
They're playing.
Nathan,
they're playing backups.
I know.
Okay.
No, listen. I need 1 extra point from Jake Elliott for purposes that
You've been hanging out with us too long. All right. We're gonna talk some Big 12 football here before we get out of here. The Big 12 is the one conference where I'm just kind of like, it's there. It's fun. Big 12 football is so much fun. I think it's one of the most fun atmospheres. I love the explosiveness. I love it becoming like the Pac-12, Mountain West, Big 12 remnant hybrid. It's a fun mixture. I'm going to start off right quick and just be honest with you. I have Arizona State still winning. They have a sophomore who brought them to the playoff last year and took Texas to the limit at starter. I love their coach. Cam Scadaboo aside, I still think they have a great team put it together. Now, I have a lot of faith in Kansas State this year. I love what Avery Johnson is doing at quarterback this year. Headlines aside, I think he's a hell of a quarterback. I do love the fact that they just have a lot of returning starters. My sleeper team is Texas Tech. Now, if you guys go back, Signetti talked about 5 teams that had a lot of, money spent in NIL, the usual suspects, Miami, Georgia, Ohio State, whatever. But there's one outlier, Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is going to have a crazy year this year. I see them taking on ASU in the title game. We're going to have a Red Raiders revival here. That is my sleeper team. A lot of good money. Yeah. Literally, okay, so according to CBS Sports wrote, fueled by NIL. Yeah. I'm a big Texas Tech believer this year. I still think ASU wins it. I like the experience at quarterback. They know what they're doing. It's a really good setup system. Sam Levitt is one of my favorite young quarterbacks in this league. I want to see the extension, but I believe in Arizona State. I'm not really going to talk much more about the division because it's kind of lame. I do like Kevin's Baylor pick. They're my other sleeper. Like Kevin said, they had a great 21-21 season. They have a 3,000-plus passing yard, 20 touchdown quarterback in Sawyer Robertson. I'm not a fan of Iowa State. I think they caught lightning in a bottle last year, and they caught a Miami team with no defense in their quarterback to win a bowl game, and everyone's riding high off that. I think they're going to have a big drop step this year. One team that's hidden back there that nobody's talking about. Yeah, give me Rich Rod. I want to see. I think Rich Rod wins 8 or 9 games this year for West Virginia. So that is my Big 12 micro preview because we only have about 20 minutes left. I want to give you your boy 10 minutes left actually because we have to do KB draft. By the way, McCarthy, the theme this year, because we always surprise our guests with this, it's one-hit professional sports wonders. So anything from Lynn Sanity to Travis Fulgham.
I have the ultimate one-hit wonder.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. Big 12 football.
All right,
Matthew.
I've got one for you.
All right, I'll make it quick. I'll give you my winner, my sleeper, and who I think is. I'll go on that last one. I don't know how to word it, but my winner I think is going to be same as pretty much the rest of you guys right now. I'm going to say Arizona State. Last year they were picked to finish last in 2024. Not only did they wind up winning the Big 12, but they also got into the playoffs as well. They had an amazing year with Cam Scadaboo and company. They're retaining, I believe, majority of their team. They got Sam Leavitt and Jordan Tyson back, and they even gamed Army transfer Kanye Udo to replace Cam Scadaboo. So I got them repeating as Big 12 winners. A sleeper, I'm looking at Baylor. I like Baylor as a sleeper pick for this. Are we not going to go over odds? Like, I shouldn't mention.
No, we're not going to touch odds because it changes,
Okay.
and also then we have to disclose which book we pulled it from, and it becomes a whole deal.
All right. So I'll just say Baylor is a sleeper. Sawyer Roberts under center for the Bears. They added Kobe Prentice at wide receiver. They rebuilt parts of that defense through the transfer portal. They snagged Demarion Winston, Travion Barnes, and Matthew Fobbs-White. I think that's a sleeper team that could make some noise in the Big 12, and that's somebody to keep an eye on for the season. And then a third team that I'm looking at, I can't not touch up on the world famous, infamous, fun to watch Colorado Buffaloes.
They're going to have like 4 wins this year.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're going to be a sleeper or anything like that. They are not a heavy favorite to win that division, but there's just a lot going on with Colorado right now. I would like to say first and foremost that my prayers are with Deion Sanders as he has been battling and has beaten cancer. And I hope and pray that he continues to make a quick, speedy recovery and that everything continues to go well with his recovery and his journey. They lost Shiloh. I believe they lost Jimmy Horn, Travis Hunter, Shadur Sanders, the whole nine. They got a quarterback battle with Kadon Salter and freshman Julian Lewis. And they got a lot of transfers on that team, specifically some offensive line transfers. So I think this could be a team that they actually beef up and they have some good depth at that team. I just think that they're just a couple years away from being able to put something together. So I just wanted to highlight them, wish the coach well, and say I got Arizona State winning and Baylor as a sleeper.
All right. McCarthy, what are you thinking for the Big 12? What's your vibe right now?
So, sadly to say, college football has not really been on my personal radar. And
it's okay. You're on our show, so you got to dabble in the waters a little bit.
But I'm on your show, so I'm going to try to I'll do my best. I'll try my best. Yeah, Arizona State, they're the team to beat. I think BYU is definitely one of those teams that could be a contender in that in that conference. Colorado, yeah, I echo Matt's statements and that congratulations to Coach Prime for beating bladder cancer. By the way, he has an endorsement deal with Depends, I believe.
Nice.
Way to capitalize, Prime.
And baby, it's a wild time. It's a wild time. Arizona could be fun. Oklahoma State also could be fun. Texas Tech. Utah always in the mix too. But yeah, Arizona State is probably the team to beat in that conference. By the way, like, you guys got to get myself and my co-host. Like, you guys got to get us really into college football. I know. Dustin.
Hey, listen, we'll try. We love Dustin. Dustin's the man.
Yeah.
We'd love to get you guys more into it, Ryan, because I think you actually, I appreciate your University of Albany loyalty. I do.
Yep.
Thank you for Reese Poffenberger, even though he transferred because he lost out to Cam Ward. Sucks to suck. I mean,
hey, you Poffenberger got us to the semifinal of the FBS
great
couple years.
quarterback. Yeah. Listen, I wish him the best of luck. All I'm saying is, you gotta be like me and Matt and find your own D1 team. Oh, by the way, gasoline level mixer bottle.
I shake
Shout
it, baby.
out to the A10 Warthog. Retired this year, by the way. Sad day. All right.
I will say this. I'm a pseudo Penn State fan.
Okay.
Like I said, I since 2020 I've kind of like but I've also got a group of 5 team. I'm trying to figure out the group of 5, especially the Sun Belt. I love the Sun Belt Conference. Yeah,
so
they
you
called
were
one-
stoked when Christian Hackenberg got drafted by the Jets.
Not really.
I don't think anybody was stoked for that.
I wasn't at all. Not even for especially second.
Former Memphis Express quarterback Christian Hackenberg
Didn't last long either.
didn't last long, especially with especially when Mike Singletary is your head coach.
Yeah, can't win with them. Can't coach with them. Can't do it.
Nope.
Better watch out. Do my drop trout in the middle of your locker room.
No, he never did that with the Express.
You know,
At least as far as I know.
he just did that in front of the 49ers. All right. Nathan, Big 12. What are you thinking right now?
Big 12. Well, I like me some Colorado. You know that for sure.
Oh.
Well, I like them, man. I like the
Well, they're
quarterback.
not in spring. You're just talking in the background.
I know it's because I'm like going back and forth, so it's best if I just be.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you guys can hear my majestic voice.
The
No, I'm
ghost
just
of
kidding.
Nate.
Voice from beyond. Yeah.
Ooh. No, but I love Colorado. I love Salter, the quarterback they added from the transfer portal. Jordan Seaton is one of their young left tackle. Well, their young left tackle, I should say. My apologies. Sophomore. He's on the preseason all Big 12 offense team. He's one guy to watch as well. And Draylon Miller. I know they lost Travis Hunter and everything, but Draylon Miller is going to be a good replacement for him. And see if he can fill that role. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But overall, man, look, I agree with you, boss. Arizona State's a good team. They pushed Texas to the brink last year. And I don't mean to piggyback off what you said, but I'm gonna go ahead and as much as I like Colorado, I just don't think they lost a lot. I mean, Shadur Shadur and Travis was pretty much their whole offense, and that's not sugarcoated. But Arizona State, even if they lost Scadaboo, they still got Levet, who's a Heisman candidate. They have Jordan Tyson, who's on the Walter Camp watch list, and their defense is solid too with Xavier Alford.
On Jordan Tyson. Very nice.
Hey, yes, sir. Thank you. That of course, research helps, and some playing some NCAA helps as well. With that.
That is where I got most of mine from. All right. So Nathan, we now have the Korner Booth draft. Are you going to participate or are you going to abstain from this one?
I will sit out, but I do have a draft order for you whenever you're ready, boss.
Okay. I'm waiting to hear it.
All right, we're gonna go Matt, and it's Brian, and then you, boss. That is the order.
Third. All right. So we doing MLB, NBA, then NFL, and then one wild card.
That is the plan. If that's okay with you.
Works for me. All right. MLB's up first. Matthew, your first pick of the draft. One hit wonder of the MLB.
I have not going to do that one. All right, I'm going to go with the Yankees. I'm going to say Miguel Andujar. His rookie year in 2017 or 2018, he got robbed of rookie of the year. He had a great season at third base, and then the next year he was supposed to be the answer. I believe it was his labrum that he tore. We wound up trading for Gio Urshela. The rest is history, and he bounced around the league ever since. Not really latching on anywhere, so I'm going to take Miguel Andujar for my MLB pick.
Former athletic, raw. I mean, still athletic. No, former, raw. Sorry.
All right.
You got
All right, McCarthy. You can take into the bag of tricks here. MLB one hit wonders.
I'm going to go back in time with Carl Derek Rhodes, also known as Tuffy Rhodes. Tuffy Rhodes is known as being the first player in National League history to hit 3 home runs on opening day. And he finished his career with in Major League Baseball with 13 home runs. 3 of those home runs came on opening day of 1994. And he spent majority of his career in the NPB, in the Japan League, with Kentetsu, Yomiuri, and Oryx, but had one great shining moment in Major League Baseball in 1994.
Give me Levon Hernandez. 1997 Florida Marlins. He was electric factory.
Yes.
He was okay the rest of his career. He pitched for my Diamondbacks. I watched him pitch live against the Yankees. He was okay. Big man could throw it, but man, 1997, his numbers are out of control. And they won the World Series because of it. So Levon Hernandez is my pick for one hit wonders. NBA, I'm going with Linsanity, baby. I'm going with the favorite in the house. My man was out of control for 2.5 weeks. Nobody knew what was happening. He made an entire NBA career off it and had about a zillion crazy hairstyles on top of it. So there we go. It was either that or it was going to be TJ Warren in the bubble. That was my other option. So, McCarthy, who are you taking NBA?
I'm going to take Richard Dumas. I'm going with a lot of old school names.
I'm loving the polls. McCarthy's like, how much dust can I find on a file? Here we go.
Yep, played with the Phoenix Suns, had one great year, and then kind of sank it with unfortunately kind of tanked it with substance abuse issues, but also played in
That's
Europe
what
as
happened
well.
to basketball in that time.
Yep, that's the 90s, baby.
There you go. Matthew, your NBA pick, and then you get to pick first in football.
All right. So I have no idea who this man is. I'm not going to lie to you. I had no idea who many of these one-hit wonders are basketball. For somebody that has just recently tried to pick up basketball a lot more often as before, Jeremy Lin was the only one that I had written down, really. So I'm going to go with Rodrigue Lubos, who was on the 09-010 Dallas Mavericks team as a rookie. He appeared in 56 games, played about 12.5 minutes per outing. But in March of that year, his minutes jumped up to 18.7 per game. He wound up averaging almost 14 points, and he shot 46% from the three. His hot streak was punctuated by a 40-point performance against the Golden State Warriors on the 27th of March, which made Mark Cuban look like a genius. And then it was just a very great second half of the season for him, which then turned into a very big spiral of just mediocrity, in which he was out of the league after 4 years.
All right, McCarthy, NFL. Matt, one hit wonder NFL edition.
Oh man, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I could choose that are really golden. I really badly want to take one of these two guys right here, but my heart is saying go for this one because he was supposed to be the answer, and Mike Shanahan ruined him. Give me Robert Griffin III as my one-hit wonder for the NFL.
It's a 400-foot nuke at this point. Great pull.
I remember it like it was yesterday. His rookie year, he had 20-something touchdowns, and I believe he had under 5 interceptions. And he was just an amazing rookie season for a Washington Redskins at the time team that had no business being in the playoffs, especially with a rookie quarterback. And they wound up making it. And Mike Shanahan ruined him because he tore up his knee, patted it up, still made him go out there after time, re-tore it again or injured it. And he just was never the same quarterback. Just that is like the one guy where if he just never had that injury, what could have been probably would still be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Maybe for Washington still.
All right, McCarthy.
I'm going to go. Man, I'm going with a lot of names from the past, from like the 1990s and 2000s. So here's one for you. Tommy Maddox.
Ooh, Big Ben's predecessor. I love the pull. You former arena guy too, right?
Yes, he played in Arena League for the New Jersey Red Dogs. Also played in the XFL. Won the only XFL 1.0 title with the Los Angeles. Who was their team? The LA Extreme.
I was going to say Los Angeles Lawsuits.
The Los Angeles Lawsuits. The Los Angeles Extreme. They won the $1 million game for them in 2001. The only season, the XFL 1.0, and then played for the Steelers for a couple seasons. Had that big season in 2002 when they went to the playoff game against Cleveland. With Mac Davis as their head. Was it Mac Davis as their head coach?
I believe so.
Former Hurricanes head coach, and beat them in the first round before
Butch Davis.
Butch Davis. Okay, it was Mac or Butch. I can't remember. But yeah, Tommy Maddox. There you go.
All right. I'm going to go Steve Slayton. University of West Virginia Heisman candidate, was out of control. Dude, when I was in middle school, NCAA 07, like I have the copy right here with Jared Zambrowski on the cover. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Steve Slayton was broken. This one and the Reggie Bush one, he was broken. Him and Pat White, unbelievable, right? One of my favorite players to use in the game. I loved watching West Virginia because of that player. When he got drafted to Texas, a team I like to root for, aside from my Eagles and my uncle's Raiders and everything else, I was excited. Had a great rookie season. And then this Arian Foster guy came along. But you know what? Hey, Steve, you played great. You had a great career for 2 seasons. Steve is my one-hit wonder. And for my wild card, you know what? As a Birds fan, I got to throw some love to number 13. Give me Travis Fulgham. My dude, for 5 straight weeks, was 150 yards and a tutty, guaranteed. And we were talking about he was like the steal of the draft. We were talking he was a better receiver than Terry and DK and Elijah Moore. The only guy who had him beat was A.J. Brown, ironically. But, like, we were, like, losing our minds over number 13, Fulgham. He made Carson Wentz almost look decent. And then he took an offseason off, thought he was going to be the starter alongside Devontae Smith, and got cut week 3 of preseason. Crazy stuff happens, man. McCarthy, who's your wild card? Any sport.
Can it be for any sport?
Any sport, except for, like, tennis.
I'm not going to go with tennis, but I'm going to go with NHL, though.
Okay.
The net detective, Jim Carrey.
Okay, so
I see a lot. All I see is blank faces. I'll explain. 1995-96 with the Washington Capitals. Came out of absolutely nowhere. Won the Vezina Trophy.
Mm-hmm.
And then his career fell off a cliff right after that point. And he retired in 1999.
Woo! Listen, man, you got your one. That's one-hit wonder. I think McCarthy might have won with that poll. All right, Maddie. One-hit wonder wild card. Why? I'm Melky or Jabba. Like, what are you doing, man?
We don't talk about Jabba.
Not even Jabba.
Just took a shot at Mason Miller, by the way.
No, I think this steals it for me. I think I've won this draft with this pick right here. I'm going with Josh Gordon.
No, but he had 2 seasons that were good.
All right, fine.
Hold something better because your Dubois pick was lacking.
Jared Walsh of the Angels.
Oh.
That was a good poll. You'll take that poll?
That was a good poll. I'll give you that one. That brings you back into the running now because your basketball pick was terrible.
Yeah, dude. I just listen. It was Jeremy Lin or bust.
I gave you one. I literally said T.J. Warren in the bubble. Dude was they called him Bubble Jordan for literally an entire offseason. And he was a bench warmer.
I have one for you, Matt. Oh gosh.
What was that one?
Harold Miner.
Oh my God.
Baby Jordan.
30 for 30 got him. No. Oh.
So I am going to go Jared Walsh. He was supposed to be the next savior of the Angels, and that quickly decimated. But McCarthy is a
2007 baseball, by the way.
As a fellow Yankee fan, McCarthy, I had Greg Bird at the top of the list too.
Because
Greg Bird was supposed to be the next Joe DiMaggio of this team, and that didn't happen.
Wicked case of the posties.
He had a wicked case of what an amazing postseason home run he had in like 17, and then that was it. He batted like 130 or whatever after that. But no, I'm going to stick with Jared Walsh because that was supposed to be the Angels' savior with Mike Trout, and that did not happen.
All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is our Korner Booth draft. We only have 3 more of these left because it gets replaced by the 6-pack in 3 weeks. I know you boys are excited. All right, McCarthy, you ready for your guest appearances? 1 or 2 6-packs this year?
Sure.
Oh, I know. Listen, McCarthy, you shot pretty good last year.
I did all right. I did have the Brahmas beating the Battlehawks in that one.
Yeah, I think you won our 4-pack of winner of the year because you said take the Brahmas. I did on a wiener bet. Like I was like, whatever, I'll throw a buck on the Brahmas. They won. I'm like, I need to buy McCarthy a beer.
Oh, by the way, CJ Gardner-Johnson tore his ACL officially. It's official. He's done.
Oh,
He's done skiing. Man.
I hate that. I swear that man's cursed. I think he takes off the Eagles uniform. He goes from Superman to Clark Kent real fast. I wish him a speedy recovery. I really do. It sucks. I feel so bad for CJ. Even though he's talking shit about us, he's still one of us. We love him. So CJ, get well. Ryan, where can we find you and Dustin's amazing content?
All right, you can find our show, No Credentials Required. We're on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern for the Saturday brunch edition during the NFL offseason. But once the NFL season begins, we're going to be focusing on the NFL. You can also find my other show. I have two shows. Well, not two shows, but I'm a guest on another show. I'm their Canadian Football League expert for Total Football Talk on Fridays at 5:05 Eastern. Been kind of monitoring Thursday night's game while we're talking. So we're actually going to be taking a 2-week hiatus for No Credentials Required because we're going to recharge our batteries for the NFL season because once the NFL starts, that's going to be our full concentration. But
we all know it's a sprint until basically February.
Yeah, it's going to take over. But we're going to produce some other content on our YouTube channel. I'm going to come up with a CFL in America, CFL in the USA series. So if you're interested in football, a little bit of football history, go to our YouTube channel. We just crossed the 400 subscriber mark. Going to try to push for 500. But you'll also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, that's where you can find us. So no credentials required.
There you go. All righty. You can find our amazing sponsors, candips.com, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off your purchase. Check out the best dip substitute in the market for a guy like me who dipped most of his 20s. It is a great alternative to save your gums, and actually it's not that bad for you. Also, the CBD is great for your joints. Also, we have Righteous Felon, official sponsor of Nate's Penalty Box, Dark Side Nate Rants, and every other sponsor that Nate has, apparently. They just sponsor Nate. Promo code BELLYUP for 15% off. And, of course, SeatGeek, the best ticking app on the planet. Promo code BELLYUP Sports for $20 off your first initial purchase at checkout. Some restrictions may apply. All right, boys, have a great weekend. McCarthy, thank you for stopping by. Be sure to look out for me and Matt's content from the road as we go to Fantasy Football Expo. We might even do a live show out there. It's going to be a fun time. So have a great weekend. We'll see you guys in a couple hours, most likely. So peace.
Shout out Kev's mom.
No shouting out Heather. Stop.
He was on. Okay, I had to shout him out.
He's happy now.
Yay.
I hit the wrong button.
I was wondering why it took so long.
I did the reverse of Kev. I literally